Hello. What is it? Harandra. Hello. Sidhu. Harandra Sidhu. Is that correct? Hello. You got to do English. We're in America, English speaking country. It's good to know other languages, but we speak English fluently. So we don't keep words that we don't know, right? But you're welcome in the chat as long as you're being good. Barking buddies. Barking buddies. We got 4 minutes down and 26 minutes to go. I'll say 28. Hello, how are you? Happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. Hope that you guys have exercised today for an hour for many. Some choose to do 30 minutes. Bare minimum 15, please. Thank you for being here. Please like and comment if you would like. Subscribe if you haven't. Once you hit the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, select all, so you'll be notified each and every time I upload a short or when we go live over here in Lions Proud Let's Walk and Talk Original, where we walk and talk, not because it sounds cute, right? But for the many, many physical and mental benefits. Hey, Jess Beetle. How are you? Happy Wednesday. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, if you come into my chat, for those who catch this live and for anyone who catches the replay, if I don't see you, please don't get offended. I'm walking. So I have to keep my head on a swivel and pay attention to my surroundings. Even though I know my surroundings, You still have to be aware, you know? You have to be aware wherever you are, whatever you're doing, wherever you go. Thank you for being in the chat. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much, Beetle. We're going uphill, guys, so you know we gotta walk and talk up this hill. You're gonna get winded, okay? Whenever you work, you're gonna get winded. But know your limits. Know your limits. All right? You wanna work your body? Work your body. Don't overexert your body. Work your body, work your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. Okay? You want it to be beneficial, right? Beneficial. You want your walks and your workouts to be beneficial. So don't overdo it. All right? Take breaks when you need to. Slow down and or stop. And it's okay to take a break and okay? A break and finish. You can take a break for the whole rest of the day, okay? Just depends on how you feel. Some days you feel up to it more than others, right? So there's nothing wrong with taking a break, but make sure you are committed to restarting. Restarting. Doesn't matter if your break is for a few minutes, hello, a few minutes, a few hours, or a day or two, right? As long as you're committed to restarting. Restarting. And thank each and every one of you for coming through and stopping by and hanging out for however long you do. A few seconds, a few minutes, a portion of the live, whether it be the beginning, the middle, or end, or the entire live. We're glad to have you as long as you are here to be good, okay? To encourage people to do good, to be good, to think good, right? To think good, to be good, to do good, and all that jazz. And thank you guys for being here. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind. I only ask like once or twice during the live. Because whether you hit the thumbs up or not, you're supporting by stopping by, right? So thank you, subscribers, okay? Potential subscribers, moderators that come through. And thank you, YouTube, okay? A couple of people have left from over here thanking YouTube. I think it catches on. I think that's catchy. We complain so much. Thank the platform sometimes. Thank the platform sometimes. Whether you feel like they do enough or not, it's a platform that's afforded to you and it's free. So thank the platform. Watch the legs move. Watch these legs move. Watch the feet move. Get up and move your own legs and feet, right? You want to stretch before and stretch after. And if you need to, stretch during, okay? During. And do everything in moderation. And when you have to, make modifications, okay? Do everything in moderation. And when you have to, make modifications. Those are the M&Ms of Lion's Pride, all right? Those are the candy-coated chocolates, okay? Over here in Lion's Pride. Moderation and modification. Do as much exercise as your body will allow, physically and mentally, right? But certain things we have to do in moderation because of maybe a past injury, God forbid, or whatever. Maybe you just need to work up your endurance, your stamina, improve your fitness level. Just keep going, keep moving. Then sometimes you have to modify things. Maybe you can't do the deep squat because of hip issues, joint issues, knee issues, or maybe you just can't do it. You don't have any issues, you just can't do it. Modify and do a baby squat. Do an assisted squat, all right? An assisted lunge. Do what you can do and work your way up to doing more. Hold on, y'all. All right, we had music. We had some music. Look like we got some more. Okay, we're back. YouTube, I do not own the rights to the music that you may have heard, okay? All right? I'm outside, and there is so much to hear out here, including music, but it does not belong to me. So I'm sorry about that. We're just out here walking and talking, okay? We're just walking and talking, as we always do, as we have done for 3 years or 3+ years over here in Lions Pride. Okay, it didn't just become cute with us. We've been doing this. It's a lifestyle. And even before doing it on here, it was a lifestyle. Not just something cute to say or do. It's a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle, okay? Try your best to live a lifestyle of fitness, a lifestyle of improving your health. Wherever you are in your fitness and health journey, try to make it as optimal as you possibly can, okay? Okay? And we move with a purpose over here. One step at a time, one foot in front of the other. We move, okay? And you put it on 2 times, anybody can look like they're moving fast, right? Put us on 2 times. Put us on 2 times, see what it looks like. We move with a purpose. But speed doesn't necessarily matter, okay? It doesn't necessarily matter. If you haven't moved consistently, nonstop, for a bare minimum 15 minutes in a long time, other than maybe on your job, do so for yourself, not just for the people you work for, right? After work. Sometimes we're running, got to get the kids and everything. But whether it's in the morning, if you work overnight, you got to pick the kids up. In the afternoons, in the evenings, you got to pick the kids up. In the mornings, I guess you got to drop them off. Pick them up, drop them off. Afternoons, pick them up, take them home. If you can, find probably like 15 minutes, bare minimum, to just walk. Or when you're sitting in your car waiting for your kids at the school, get out and walk laps around the school, around the parking lot. Just move. There are so many things you can do. Try and find a way to incorporate it, okay, into your daily activities. All right? When you're cooking, you can do certain exercises as you cook, right? Use what you have. You don't have to break your bank to compete where you don't compare. Just there are so many little things you can do to help you with fitness, all right? To help to improve your fitness level. And it's not just about the physical, remember. It's about the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. It's heart, mind, body, and soul. Heart, mind, body, and soul. 16 down, 16 to go. See how fast that went? See how fast it went? Don't focus on the number of steps so much. Focus on the fact that you're making steps. If you only did 10 steps today, nonstop, and you didn't do 10 nonstop for the past 2 days, you've done something, right? That's a level of improvement in your activity. And again, a lot of you guys say, well, I work so much at work. I'm up and down, It counts. So I understand that counts. But to get you that hour in a day, and for those who are really, really busy, 30 to 45 minutes. And if you're really, really busy, at least bare minimum 15 minutes nonstop to allow you to have some you time, you'll appreciate that. You'll appreciate it. Like I said, it could be when you're picking the kids up from practice, from school, right? Get there a little bit early, get out, stretch for like, get a quick stretch. Because, you know, maybe they get out at 5, right? And you get there at 4:55. Get a quick stretch, okay? Stretch those limbs, stretch that body from head to toe, an overall quick stretch. And 2 laps around the parking lot. 2 laps around the parking lot, right? Hustle, hustle, hustle. By the time you get that stretch, even if it takes you 5 minutes, if you get there at 4:55, get your stretch done by 5, they're getting out of practice or whatever, because most kids do something past school hours, right? And even if it's school hours, maybe it's 3:30, right? Get there a little bit early so that when they get out, you're ready to go. Or at least you're done stretching when they get out. Hey, kids like to chit chat and talk. Let them wait like 10 minutes for you to make 2 or 3 laps around the parking lot, okay? So get it in where you can fit it in. Get the movement in where you can fit it in. Keep moving. Keep moving consistently and be persistent about being consistent. Keep moving. Move with a purpose. Don't just move those legs, move those arms. Swivel those hips. Put some pep in that step. Y'all will probably hear this somewhere else in my neighborhood, in my YouTube neighborhood, as I call it. So many things you can do besides just walking, jogging, running, skipping, riding your bike around your neighborhood, around the park, your stationary bike, your treadmill, your walking pad, your stepper, right? Your elliptical. Go swimming. If it's hot outside, swim outside. If it's cold outside, swim inside. Go mountain climbing, hiking, play tennis. Grab the kids in the neighborhood. Grab them. You and your kids go out there and play with them. Softball, football, basketball, kickball. Get you some cardiovascular aerobic activity in, as well as some anaerobic, okay? Breathe in deeply and out. Deep breath in and out. Pull in that good oxygen, that good O2, and exhale that CO2 and other waste. All right? In and out. Low intensity to moderate intensity exercise. You want to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. The higher your intensity, the more you do, the more strenuous your exercise, use your nose and your mouth. And if you have to, with the low intensity and moderate intensity, use your nose and your mouth, if that makes you feel more comfortable. Listen to yourself if you're talking, if you're choosing to walk and talk, listen to yourself. If you're on video, listen back, okay? You should sound a little winded, but know when it's too much. Know when it's too much, okay? Know when it's too much. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to stop, but you need to slow down, or maybe take a break, or maybe focus on the most important component, the walking, the movement. We're going uphill and we're walking and talking. There are a plethora of reasons for this, okay? It ain't because it's cute to say, or it rhymes, all right? Move those legs, move those feet. Watch the legs and feet move. Get it done. Get her done. If you want to count your steps, do so. Some people, that's how they, they set goals. They set goals. Check your heart rate. Check your blood pressure. Check your O2 saturation as you walk. Those things can be helpful, right? Check them, check them, check them. But for the most part, just get up and move, okay? You're not an athlete. You're not trying to see how fast you can run the 100. You know, just move. Who cares how many steps? Now, most of us know how many steps we usually take a day, especially if we have certain jobs, right? And as I have seen lately, some of us are just trying to take steps to impress, right? Make sure that your steps are more than about impressing other people. Because at the end of the day, who cares how many you've done? Like I said, you have some of us who know we hit 1,000 within the first hour of getting out of bed. You have some of us who hit 10,000 due to our work. And so, you know, if you can do that, that's your exercise. Doctors, nurses, therapists, you know, depending on your career, your work, you easily hit 5 to 10K a day. So you don't have to flash a watch. You don't have to let everybody see your calories burned, right? And what good is it to see it if you don't truly see it in the results category, right? Whether your result is to improve your fitness or to lose weight, okay? Ladies, remember, since I emphasized the arms, it has driven somebody so much to go to the wrong portion of their arms. Shoulder to wrist. We don't want to look like Popeye the Sailor Man, okay? Shoulder to wrist, right? Your humerus, from your shoulder to your elbow, is supposed to be bigger than your forearm, ladies. My gosh, today. And gentlemen, unless you are a bodybuilder. Now, that's a whole different story. That's a whole nother story for a whole other day, okay? Okay? So work on those arms so that when you put those spaghetti straps on, whether it's in the spring or summer, you look nice, sleek, and toned, okay? And work on yourself in the most natural way possible so that it can look nice, it can look natural, okay? Focus on feeling good. What is it? You feel good, you look good, right? Focus on the feeling good, the looking good will come. The looking good will come. Stay in your lane. Don't try to compete with people that you cannot compare with, people whose history you do not know. And your results will be more satisfying. Your results will be more satisfying. What do we have? 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes. 7 more minutes. I'll say in 2 minutes we can slow it down a little bit and cool down. Cool down. Remember, you want to warm up, get your heart rate up gradually. Don't shock yourself. Don't shock your body. Gradually increase your heart rate, okay? Preparing your body to work, preparing your muscles and your joints to receive that work, right? Then you want to go into your workout. And you don't want to just instantly stop shocking the body, right? You want to gradually get that heart rate down, that blood pressure down, those respirations down, right? Keeping that O2 saturation up. Keeping that O2 saturation up, but getting those other vitals down, right? Allowing the body to cool down and cool off, right? Right? So don't shock yourself. Gradually get it up during your warm-up, which is our appetizer. Keep it up during your exercise portion of your workout, right? Which is our entree, and gradually get it back down during the dessert phase, okay? During the dessert phase. You guys know what I call it. My warm-up is my appetizer, right? The exercises I do during the workout, that's my entree. Those are my entree. The meat and veggies, right? And then we have the cool down, which is the dessert. All right? Think radar. Think radar. R-A-D-A-R. Stretching, R. All right? Warm up, A. Workout, D. Or you say exercises because the total package is your workout, right? But you can say exercise and you can say workout. A, your cool down. That's that second A. And that second R is your dessert. So we try to make things a little bit differently, even though some of the things that we say, they get taken and run with, okay? But that's just how I was raised. A lot of times that's the best way to, remember certain things or to just do certain things. Keep yourself in check. Keep yourself focused, right? Keep things that you're doing in a certain order. You just relate one thing to another one. Sometimes they can be totally different, right? We were supposed to be cooling down, but I think we're going a little bit too fast. So we're going to start to really cool down now. Well, no, it hadn't been 30 minutes. We got like one more minute. One more minute. Anyway, and we'll get into the full cool down. All right? Warm up 5 to 10 minutes before. Cool down 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the person, 5 to 10 minutes after, depending on how you like to do it. Depending on how you like to do it, depending on what works best for your body, your mentality, right? We exercise for what? Physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, because it's all about the heart, mind, body, and soul, right? And we move with a purpose. Now you can move like this. If it's more than you did yesterday, last week, that's the purpose. You can move like this. You can move like this, like we tend to like to do. Or you can go. You can power walk it, okay? Heels and toes, heels and toes, heels and toes. All right? You can switch it up. 1 minute of power, 2 moderate, 1 slow. Or 2 moderate, 1 slow, 2 moderate, 1 slow. However it is that helps you to reach your fitness goals. And you don't have to do slow until it's time to cool down. It's just whatever works for you. Sometimes when you mix it up like that, it can give you a second burst, okay? A second burst. Hey, Georgia girl. Georgia girl says, hi, host in chat. Hey, Georgia girl, thank you for coming in. We're about to wind it up. But just letting people know that there's so many different ways to walk. If you find that you're getting tired, if you're just walking like this, just slow and easy. Do it for 10 minutes to 15 minutes nonstop. Then that's better than you did yesterday, right? If you're walking like this, increase the pace, moderate. That's good. Or you can fast walk, like we like to do most of the time, right? Or we can power walk. Power walk. You can do that, and then you can mix it up. You can power walk for a minute, do a moderate walk for 2 minutes. You can moderately walk for a minute, do a slow walk for 1 minute, right? Whatever it is that best help you to increase your stamina, your endurance, to help you to release stress. Because what? You don't exercise just for your physical. It's for your physical, your mental, your spiritual, your emotional, because it's all about the heart, mind, body, and soul. Okay? Yeah, just the benefits of walking helps to improve your muscles as well, ladies. Ladies, over 40, you know, muscle burns more calories than fat, right? So we want to continue to also weight train. You don't have to get heavy weights, but you should do at least 2 days a week. Cardiovascular walking, you can do that every day. Unless something hinders you, do that every day. All right? If God allows and you have the time to do that, that's why I say I encourage an hour. But sometimes people are busy. So maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, at least 15 nonstop. Just none, especially if you don't have a job that requires you to do a lot of moving. Because again, sometimes people get their exercise in at work. Right? Last couple of days I've been getting poked. The allergy testing. That's a lot of poking right there. Woo. Those allergy testings, that's a lot of poking. That's a lot of poking. They used to just have this one thing that it had like so many different allergens on it, and it would be marked and it would poke, and it would just take that one time. So I haven't done one in a long time. I haven't given somebody one in a long time, but then they could see. They could see from each space. So I've heard people say that they have to go back though. That they have to go back. So I don't know if they kind of separate it so that it won't shock the body, so that they can get a better result, more accurate results. I'm not sure how they do them now, but yes, I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. Hey, Retirement Days, Comfort Foods and More. Hey, Betty. Your back is still whipped up. So you had some reactions. You had some reactions. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. As always, I appreciate them. And to everybody that came through today, a lot of you guys came through and a lot of you don't say anything. But guess what? I don't mind. I don't mind because it still helps the channel, right? It still helps the channel. It was like that yesterday. Quite a few came through. That's okay. Sometimes it's just people swiping, looking, checking you out. But sometimes they subscribe. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Because with my channel, I might lose plenty a day. And then the next day I gain plenty. So it's just up and down, up and down. Sometimes people will subscribe to you because they saw one video that they liked, but then they don't like the other, so they don't come back. So there's no engagement. And then they'll either unsubscribe themselves or YouTube will unsubscribe. So don't get discouraged when you see your numbers fluctuating. All right? Don't get discouraged. Some people may just like 1 or 2 videos that you do, subscribe and don't come back. So they will unsubscribe them. Or again, they'll unsubscribe themselves. That's okay. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Yes. It's been good. It's been good. It has been good. Thank God. Thank God. I hope your day was good, Georgia girl. Betty, I hope you've been having a good day. You guys, please check out the diet that Georgia girl is following now, the anti-inflammatory diet. I don't know if it's necessarily a specific diet, but she's following and she's not using a lot of anti-inflammatory foods that she would normally use. So check her out. Please check out Betty from Retirement Days, Comfort Foods and More. Betty is always whipping up something. She made some chili the other day. So listen, go over there and check her out, okay? Well, Betty was putting so many beans in that chili. I was like, that chili looks good as I get out. But I stick to 2 cans of beans. Betty, that chili looked good. I was like, I forgot, was it 5 cans? But they weren't the big cans. They weren't the big cans. They were. I think they were maybe what, the 5-ounce cans or 6-ounce or something like that. So it was probably equivalent to like 2.5 of the regular cans. But I tell you what, when she got finished, that was some good looking chili. Okay, that was some good looking chili. So, and it is getting that time of the year. Okay, and you guys know what I always tell you now. Pay attention to what bothers you, like Georgia girl talked about her allergy testing. Sometimes you can have allergies to things and you don't even know it. Or a lot of times it's the things that you like a lot. And you never were allergic earlier in your life. That's so funny how sometimes kids have a lot of allergies, and by the time they grow up, they grow out of them. But then on the flip side of that is that adults can have a lot of allergies that they didn't have as children. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? So sometimes let's just think of the human body. Sometimes, you're a baby, you're coming into this world, you're not used to regular foods, right? So they start you off with milk, mama's milk or bought milk, however they have to do it, however you choose to do it. And they gradually introduce things to you. The baby starts to whine a little bit, seems like it's excessive. Maybe she can't tolerate apple juice like most babies. Maybe the apple juice makes her stomach upset. Then they gradually introduce the food. Some babies can't tolerate certain foods. Some babies can't tolerate certain cans of milk. So, and some babies take it all just well. And so as they get older though, even if they couldn't tolerate regular baby milk and they had to maybe have soy milk, when they become 4, 5, 6 years old, maybe regular milk out of the grocery store, cow's milk is fine. Maybe it's fine. And they grow up, you can't tell that they even had any issues as a kid with certain foods. But then some people who just ate whatever from a baby to 35 years old, 40 years old, all of a sudden, beans just don't give them gas. It gives them excessive gas. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm gonna talk about my allergy test when I go live again. Okay, yeah, tell us about it. Tell us how it's doing you. So the whelps, you have the whelps. Is it causing you to itch at all, Betty? I mean, not Betty, Georgia girl. Betty says, I think it was 4 cans of chili beans and a large can of bush bacon. That's right. I know it was something about 5, but it looked good. I don't care how many it was. Betty, it looked good. It looked good. So sometimes, kids, their little tummies can't take certain things that we introduce. You'll try to introduce it. That's just like some of the allergies, peanut allergies and things like that. Sometimes you can introduce it slowly and a child will grow out of it. And sometimes they'll just grow out of it. So when kids get allergy tested, some of those allergens that they have, they'll grow out of it. Some of those allergens that they're allergic to, they'll grow out of those allergies, right? And sometimes as adults, you find out you're allergic to things that you were never allergic to as a child. So that's how it goes, y'all. That's just how it goes. That's the way the ball bounces, okay? And I was like, ooh, that chili looks so good. And I was like, how do you guys make your chili? How do you make your chili? Because Betty's look good. It looked delicious. How do you make your chili? It's almost that time of the year. Listen, I love cabbage soup. I love regular soup, like beef soup. I love chili. I love taco soup. Okay? It's that time of the year, y'all. Usually when I make chili or soup, I use turkey or chicken. I'll use beef every now and again, but typically I'll use turkey or chicken, whether it's the ground turkey or the chops of the chunks. So it's so nice to see so many people do different things, because seeing Betty use the like she said, those baked beans, I never thought about it like that. I always just use beans. And then you got some in the family, they don't like a lot of beans. You got some, they love a lot of beans. You got some, I don't want all those beans, I want a lot of meat. You got some, I prefer the beans, give me a little bit of meat. And I'm like, y'all can't be picking through this stuff. So what does that end up making me have to do, y'all? 2 pots. 2 pots. Hey, Joyelle. Hey, Joyelle, sis. Georgia girl, doesn't she? Better be throwing down. From the sweets to the main dishes, okay? She be in that kitchen. Joyelle says, hey, my sister. Hey, Georgia girl. Hey, Betty. She be in that kitchen throwing down, y'all. Really, really throwing down. So I hope you guys have been having a wonderful week. Again, we're here in the middle of a week again. It's Wednesday. These weeks flying by. They are flying by. Okay? They put the Halloween stuff out when? Seems like in July this year. Halloween stuff has been out a while, y'all. They put it out like 3 months before Halloween. And so August has come. We're in September. And October will be the month of Halloween. They put that stuff out early this year. And some places have everything out. Like, what is it? Hobby Lobby, I think. They're getting to the point where they have all of it out year round. Thank you, Joyelle. We did. I hope you had a wonderful day as well. I hope you had a wonderful day as well. Yes, those. And then, y'all, we talking about food allergies and other, household allergies. Let's not forget the seasonal allergies. Oh my gosh, the seasonal allergies. Georgia Girl says, hey, Joyelle. And listen, if you have stomach issues, I'm going to tell you, lay off of the garlic, the onions, the beans. Beans are so good. And if you just can't resist, limit the amount that you eat because they will have you bloated. They will have you gassy. Okay? There are certain types of sugar chains in certain foods and fruits and veggies and they're in the healthy ones. Like corn, some people cannot tolerate corn. They always loved it. All of a sudden, they can't tolerate it, right? You have certain issues. You got issues like tolerating lactose intolerance. What else? Gluten, IBS. It's a lot of different stuff. And sometimes you don't have any of those. You just have a sensitivity to like a couple of things, right? But sometimes even though those foods are healthy, even with the healthy fruits and veggies, sometimes it can, I'm not going to get too much into the scientific part of it, but just know sometimes the small intestines will draw water from it, right? All right? And it passes it down to the large intestines and it creates gas, okay? It creates tummy aches and things like that. So think about people who go through that type of stuff. They go through having these allergies. Oh my gosh. So just try your best, even when you're eating healthy. Sometimes people are like, well, I'm eating green leafy veggies. I'm eating corn. I'm eating stuff I should. Just check out the ingredients. Most times, and it's something about lately, people have gotten on this garlic kick, and garlic is good for you. But garlic can tear your stomach up, especially if you already have issues. So it's not so much that the garlic is tearing your stomach up or the onions. Onions can give you indigestion. The top part, the middle part, the bottom part, okay? It's not so much that it's doing it. Sometimes people just have sensitivities. And there are sugars in those foods that trigger those sensitivities, okay? Let me see. Joya said, I enjoyed my big babies today. I know you crazy about them. You are crazy about them. I know they're crazy about you. Georgia Girl says she did, Joya. She's maintaining. Joya says that's true because sometimes they have a lot of sugar. Yes, and it's natural sugar, but it's the particular type of natural sugar, the number of molecules, and to be simple, to make it easy, it's called FODMAPs. Okay? FOD, right? MAP. Look those up. And sometimes if you have issues, those foods that have a lot of that, and people are different. Some people, as far as the fruit goes, it's apples, peaches, watermelons. Now, honeydew melon and cantaloupe typically don't cause the issues. The berries are usually safe. The strawberries, the raspberries, the blueberries, they're usually safe. Bananas, green bananas, usually, because once the banana gets ripe, it's more and more sugar. The riper it gets, the more sugar. So usually if you have issues, they tend to say try green bananas and see if that can help you. Because people are different, Some people, apples may be an issue for them. And they may have the same situation going on in another person, and apples don't bother them. So you just have to be really, really careful. Because again, sometimes you come into this world as a baby, you have certain allergies and stuff like that, certain things that don't sit with you, and then you grow out of it. Sometimes you come in, nothing bothers you. You eat whatever you want. Then after about 40, you notice some people premenopausal, not even premenopausal. Sometimes you could be in your 20s or 30s, especially if you eat a lot of some certain things, right? And you notice it seems like everywhere you be feeling like your grandmama. Every time you move, you passing gas. Yes, bananas blended have a high sugar intake. Yes, yes. And the thing about the bananas is that it's the foods that can be so healthy because bananas do have potassium. They do have potassium. But if you're somebody who you're looking to get a lot of potassium, potatoes. Potatoes. Bananas are okay. They're known for potassium, but they have a high sugar. They have a high sugar count. So it's just like you just got to do trial and error, y'all. Just trial and error. Trial and error. Again, your neighbor may have the same type of issue and they can eat all the bananas in the world. You may eat one. Next thing you know, you got gas for 2 hours. So I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. Hold on 1 second. Let me see what happens. See, I be seeing that on the thing. I didn't know what it does. I mean, I knew what it does, but okay, okay, okay. I might can jump in my car and go somewhere then, because y'all know I have to get out of these clothes. I don't care if I sweat a lot or not, which I typically don't sweat a lot, but when it's hot and humid, I do sweat more. Okay? I do sweat more. And remember that, people, get out of those wet clothes. When you work out, get out of those clothes. If you're at the gym and you don't like to shower at the gym, still change your clothes. Still change your clothes until you get home. Okay? Get out of those clothes when you work out. When you go walking for distances, get out of those clothes. Bathe. Bathe, okay? Bacteria loves a wet, moist environment. Bacteria loves a wet and moist environment. So get out of those clothes. Men and women, get out of those clothes. Because the bacteria, it it loves a wet environment. A wet, you don't need to be doing all that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm back. I had to get past the TV because I didn't want YouTube to be talking about I'm recording something. I should not be recording. Okay. Okay. Get out those. Come on, Joya. Get out those clothes, baby. Get out those. When you exercise, even if you're not exercising, because a lot of people just walk, a lot of people just like to walk. They walk to the grocery store, they walk wherever they walk. So, especially in the summertime and even in the winter, if you have walked a lot and you know you are sweaty, get out of those clothes, okay? Get out of those clothes. Listen, bacteria, fungi, viruses, they like wet environments. They like environments that aren't cool and dry. Okay, they like those environments that aren't cool and dry. So make sure that you get out of those wet clothing. Even if you can't shower, if you're at the gym, if you don't like using what some would say the public gym, y'all had a little old lady that I used to work with. She called the swimming pool, y'all. She would call the swimming pool at the YMCA the public pool. You know what? When we were younger, we would laugh our butts off. But she would say stuff like, they just come to this pool to bathe. She would say people were coming to the public pool to bathe. Is chlorine in this pool and they coming out here to bathe? Boy, I would holler. Like, Julia, she would be like, they're coming to the public pool to bathe. And it would be the way she would say it. It was hilarious. She was like, no, don't, I'm not going to the public pool. My daughter wants to go to the public pool. I'm not going to that public pool, And she said her daughter would tell her mom it's got chlorine. And she would be like, I know it has chlorine. That's why people That's why they go there. They go there to bathe. Girl, I would scream. She had a good she did, Joy. Yeah, she did. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause you know you have been to the pool before, maybe once, and maybe some people have not. But there, I know that there have been instances where people come to that pool, and you look at the bottom of those feet, and you be like, "What in the entire world?" So if the feet looking like that, cause half of them ain't bathed, okay, half of them ain't bathed. But you know, we were young. And I'm gonna tell you, we honestly thought she was being like racist. And to a degree, she probably was. But with some of the stuff she would say, I can just see people today doing it. And I'm like, she wasn't lying. Some people come to that public pool to bathe. They know it's got some chlorine in it. Imagine what right, right. They come in, and then you know people do all kinds of things in the pool, and folks wonder why you have to have so much chlorine. Now, babies and kids, things gonna happen. They may TT in the pool, but you got these grown folks TTing in the pool. You getting all, I don't go under the water. You getting all up under that water, opening your eyes. Ooh, ooh. So the older I got, I would think back when she would say she didn't want to go to the public pool. And I was like, she ain't lying. Some of them come to that pool all kinds of ways. And then the more you hear people nowadays that say they put a little, Clorox in their water when they bathe. Now I'm sitting back thinking that probably is why a lot of people come to the public pool. See, that's why I only put my foot. Right. Right. Because you don't want your body in there. You don't want your feet in there for real, but you gotta you gotta have a little fun. You gotta have a little bit of it. You gotta enjoy the pool a little bit. I'm like, geez. And see, mm-mm, mm-mm. I'm telling you, the more I thought about that, after I had worked with her, I was like, and the more I went to pools, you become an adult, you start going like you want to go. And I'm like, she ain't lying. And Joy, yeah, I started thinking about the beach and everything. I'm like, man, you go to the beach, all the sea creatures out there TTing and pooping. The people TTing. Plus all the trash out there. Oh my God. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I know God got the seas, got the oceans, so they have a natural cleansing mechanism. Got to. Got to. He looking out. That's why that water's so salty. A little cap full of Clorox ain't got. Come on now. Because a lot of people, when people say they use a little bit of Clorox in the tub, people would look at them crazy. Because when I was a kid, I would. I'm like, Clorox? Because I'm thinking, get your butt in the tub, get some soap and water, and bathe. But some people say they use it because it makes them feel a little bit cleaner. Some people say they use it because even though it's family, everybody still uses that tub. Or if you got two bathrooms, most of us kind of had two back then. You used family using the tub, so I could get that. But then when she started talking about the public pool, I was like, oh my gosh, not the public pool. And then I was like, she ain't lying, because I have heard people talk about people peeing in the pool. Like I said, babies, little kids, they can't help it. But these grown folks, they'll TT in the pool. Oh my God, disgusting. Disgusting. Georgia, you know what I thought about our sis sin. You know what, should be waving her hand. Sis, and we ain't gonna talk about the bodies. Ooh, ooh. Oh my gosh. It does make you feel cleaner. Yep. Yep. We're not gonna talk about the bodies. And that's what I'm talking about. That's why we put the foots, okay? Because they get that body in there, and even if they don't tinkle or whatever, like she said, some of them come in there to bathe. So if they only come in there, they come about twice a week. They probably just bathe, and those the 2 times they bathe. And oh Oh. Right when she put her hand across her. I talked to her today. I gotta tell her what we said, Dre. When she be putting their hands on her nose, when she start fanning it, I be cracking up. Why they come on YouTube? She said pee. I can take a little baby's pee, but not no grown. I don't know why they hid that. Let me see. Let me show it. Can you see your last comment, Joyelle? Girl, they held it for review. Well, when she do that, I'll be hollering. When she does that, I'll be hollering. Okay, you can see it because they hid it at first. And see, that's a lot of times people think that the content creator be hiding their comments. We can hide comments if we think that they're, going to say something, or the moderators can hide comments or remove certain comments, but sometimes it be them. And sometimes it's like, you be like, y'all hiding that. All this stuff some of these people be putting in the comment section. I be so weak when she frowns. It be the nose for me. It be I be like, sis, you need to stop doing that. She be cutting up. She be cutting up then. She cuts up. But yeah, that lady made me start thinking a little bit hard about that. When I was working with her, it used to be funny. But then when I started seeing just how people, because we didn't go to the pool a lot when we were kids. We were so glad to get out there. We didn't know what people was doing. But when you start to think about it and you have your kids, you like, I start remembering what that little lady was saying. Yeah, like she can actually really smell it through the phone. I started thinking about what that little lady said. I'm like, she ain't lying. And you know what? People be peopling. People don't care what they do. And some people, if they get caught, guess what? They have no remorse or no regret. They'll say, well, it's full of chlorine. I'd be like, you big nasty. I don't care if it's all chlorine. Don't nobody want you and your big grown rusty self letting go any kind of excrements in the pool, okay? Whether it's 1, 2, or just your plain old dirt. She wasn't lying. She was telling the truth. She sure was telling the truth. I was like, ooh. When we would go, I'd be like, if it don't look right, we turn it around. If it look right and somebody coming that don't look right, we getting up out of here. We got to go. We got to go. Because people don't care. They really don't care what they do. They have no shame. They have no regret. They have no remorse. They don't care. They tell you to deal with it. Right. We got to go, Joyelle, because they got the bays that. What they doing now? They saying SSA. They got the bays that sass. They got to. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I've been on here acting a fool. I've been on here acting a fool too long. Okay. Y'all know what it is. We usually go over the hard words. We go over them every day. Y'all know what they are. We'll give about 5 or 6. Rest, relax, release, relate, resolve, refuel, replenish, restore, rebuild, remake. Okay? Reinvent, reevaluate, restore. I gave y'all almost 15. Okay? Self-love, self-motivation, self-dedication, self-esteem, self-respect, self-determination, self-evaluation. See that? We go through them. We go through them every day so we can just fly right through them, right? We just fly right through them. You got to tend to it. See? Joy, you know why I'm getting off here. Joy, we got to get this sweat off, okay? We got to get this sweat off. We got to get this, like Mama used to say, out. You've been outdoors. You smell like outdoors. You smell like outside. You got to get that off you. Get that off you. And I ain't talking about getting no baby wipes, okay? I'm not talking about getting no adult wipes. I'm not talking about getting no towel and doing no bird bath, no big bath. Get in that shower, let that dirt run off you, And if you get in that tub, throw you a cap full of that chlorine in there. Jelly, I'm through with you. I'm through with you, Joyelle. Oh my gosh, I'm too tickled. You got to bathe, okay? And listen, I don't care what you bathe with. Ain't nothing wrong with using 2 or 3 of them, okay? 2 or 3 towels, check. 2 or 3 sponges, check. Use it. Clean it when you get done. My mama say, get their water hot as you can stand. Yeah, we done did too much on here, okay? But we just telling these folks the truth. Get that water hot as you can stand it. Get it hot as you can stand it. If you like cold water, wait till you get finished and let the cold water hit you wherever you want it to split you. But don't. That's y'all know what the slit said. We ain't just talking about the main two. We talking about up under them arms, around the neck, everywhere. Them boobs. Get that water hot as you can stand it. Then when you get through, you want to cool off, let that cold water hit all them places too. Okay? All of them. All of them. A-L-L, what is it? U-M, A-L-L-E-U-M. Joyelle, not scrub until it hurts. Please. Okay? Get them boobs. Get them boobs. In all seriousness, you know, put some gold bond or something under there sometimes. Cause shoot, you got people to be on here to my song. I love the sweat. I love the sweat. What? I like the fact that sweat is a sign that your body is keeping itself cooled off. Especially when you're exercising or you're doing work. And some people don't have to work so hard and they still sweat. So I'm like, I don't know what that's about. I lose sweat. No. I like to sweat when I'm exercising to know, and I don't even like to sweat that much then. But it does mean that your body is, doing what it's supposed to do. But no, I ain't running around here saying it. Make you frown up, grab the paddles. Right. Then you got to put some, when you're walking, those thighs scrub together, throw some powder on there. Get on and do your walk. Don't, if they ask you what that is, tell them don't worry about it, okay? Put that powder on you. Put that powder, because sometimes those thighs scrub, and you ain't got to be you ain't got to have no big size to you. Sometimes those thighs just scrub together. Put some powder on there so they can, so it won't be no friction. Okay? You don't want, okay? Sure don't. So this is a grown folks channel. Put that powder away. Look, put that deodorant on. If you need, put that powder wherever you need to put it. The groin, under the boobs, wherever else you need to put it that the body can tolerate it. Just make sure you don't put it in too deep of a place, okay? Just don't put it in too deep of a place. Don't put it in too deep of a place. Put it where your body, because it's going to help you. It's going to help you. It's going to absorb that sweat. Put that deodorant between them, bro. Y'all, Joyelle, listen. We ain't saying nothing but a word. We telling the truth. Why you think they start making that? What's it called? Lumi and Lumi and all that stuff? Shoot. They making that stuff because we telling the truth. You got to put it in the rolls. Shoot. Just like when we had those little chunky babies. You gotta listen. You gotta lotion them babies up. And then you powder them down. You get the little rolls, like the little chunky babies had those rolls. Even when they're not chunky, you got to lather them up and put that powder on them. Especially in the summertime. And then in the diaper, we learned about the powders. Like, you don't want to just get the powder and just douse it on your baby down there. But, get some of that, the cornstarch or the right type, and put in their little groin, creases of the groin. Cover cover the main part and just put it around. Put it around. So that little TT can just kind of, won't stick so much. Because all of them don't smell good, right? Full body deodorant, and we've been doing it for years. Yeah. Yeah, and they're making a whole lot of money off of it. With the Lumi, whatever it's called, it's Lumi. It's some more of them that they're making specifically for that. And people been using the deodorant for years to do it. Sure have. Get Joya, not the finger up like church. I can't stand picking up no sour baby. Ooh, that milk. Come on now. The milk get around their neck. Some kind of way the milk. I never understood how so much milk get. I guess around the neck. I guess like if you're feeding the baby, and well, if the nipple is too big, you need to change that out anyway. I mean, you can kind of feed the baby, and then you realize a little bit later that the nipple is too big, especially once it starts to go out and it's going like around their neck. But the thing to that, even if the nipple's not big, and maybe the baby's sucking fast or whatever reason, make sure that the nipple's not too big because you don't want your baby getting strangled. But if your baby seems to be tolerating it okay, but the milk is still coming out, going around your baby's neck, don't let that milk sit on that baby. Clean that baby neck and put some powder on it. Ooh. Yeah, around the neck. Little baby, little Michelin Man baby. Little baby looking like Michelin Man. Between the neck and that pamper. Look at that. They held that. What's wrong with that? Between the neck and the pamper. Can you see that, Joyelle? Between that neck and that pamper. Can you see that? Because I didn't mess with it because I wanted to see if you could see it. Because they held it. It's held for review. Lord have mercy. You see it. Okay. So I don't know why it's telling me it's held for review. But yeah, clean around a little Michelin. I love to see a little Michelin Man baby. All chunky. Got those rolls. And when you smell them, you want to smell baby oil and powder. So when that baby is feeding and a little milk get around, sometimes it don't have to be a lot. Sometimes it just kind of seep down. That milk is strong. Because once that milk hits those creases, the creases kind of keep it locked in, and then it develops an odor, so it gets strong quick. So yeah, put it down there, put in that pamper. Like I said, keep the little girls, keep the little parts closed, put the little powder all around. Because you don't want to throw the powder down there. You know what I'm talking about. you gotta be careful. Sometimes new mamas, a lot of times when we new mamas, we don't really know. Especially like your mom might be at work, your sister may not have no kids. Yeah, you might be the first one in the family with the kids. So you gotta know, to put the powder down there, but kind of make sure you're putting it on in a good way so it won't irritate the baby too. Just right. Yeah, that's what it be like when that milk gets sour like that. Yep. But I'm about to get out of here, Joyelle, sis. Thank you for hanging in here with me till the end. Y'all know what it is. I wish y'all peace, positivity, and prosperity. Because without that peace, you will have rank chaos, okay? Rank milky chaos. Without the positivity, you got stank, ranking negativity. And whatever stinking rank chaos and negativity wrong, you fail to prosper to your good smelling potential. Right. And don't think because they babies they won't. Okay. Shoot. They still little humans. Love you too, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging in here with me. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Joyelle. Much love to you, sis. Come on back. What's tomorrow? Thursday? I might come on here tomorrow. I try to come on almost every day. We miss a day or two during the week because we be having to have some me time. And sometimes you just get busy. And sometimes you just don't want to come on these apps. Okay? Everything ain't for the app every day, all the time. Not buzz. Not Buzz's form. Okay? Buzz's form. Joyelle, too much. Joyelle, you a mess. But all right, y'all. I'm about to hit the shower. And I'll see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk Inline Sprite original. Or I might see y'all. It depends on who. because we don't be too in these streets too much. It depends on who. I might see y'all somewhere. Bye, sis. Bye, Joyelle. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.